Hey everybody, welcome back to my June bench update and back from vacation and looking as pale, if not paler than when I left because I've been sick as a dog. Second night I got food poisoning, so stayed at all-inclusive resort and been having bread roll and water. Great, right? But at least my kids had a great time and coming back, I'm guessing on the flight home, I picked up COVID. So I just test positive for COVID earlier today. So not being great shape, but nevertheless, we'll get on and get this bench update done and talk about what I've been up to because quite a lot of stuff I want to share with you guys. Complete builds, purchases, all kinds of stuff. So let me start off with the in progress, which is the Millennium Falcon from Fanhome. Now you see it's starting to take shape now. I went ahead and started putting some of these panels on. It says don't, but there's no reason why you shouldn't, right? It's just dragging it out a little bit, I think, from extra parts. But this is where we're at, looking massive, as you can see, very heavy, and this obviously just one side of it. Unfortunately, pack 32 is on back order, so I have like 10 parts ready to build, but I can't go ahead because I need that part 32 to add to the frame and go in order. So once I do get that, whenever that 32 comes in stock, I'm gonna have a bunch of parts to catch up on, I guess. But obviously with this one, this is how it looks out of the box, but we're gonna paint it all up and weather it and stuff, make it look awesome, but very heavy. Massive too, right? I think it's gonna be mounted on the ceiling maybe. So that's my in progress. I managed to wrap everything up before I headed out on vacation. So had a few days left over, holiday weekend before I left, and did manage to build this fantastic little kit, which is a Tamiya F4 Corsair in semi-second scale. And excuse me, we'll see if we can get through the whole video without dying. Added the quick boost flats, which are down, which was pretty easy surgery. So if you're new to modeling or new to like using resin parts, it's a pretty good one to use. It's cheap, and also the kit is cheap. So if you can screw it up, you're not going to lose like $100 worth of model or anything. But really happy how this guy turned out. 72nd scale, and a Quinta Studios cockpit set, which you don't really see, but the seat belts you do see, and very cheap, the 72nd scale stuff at Quinta Studios. So I think it's like $8 or something. So yeah, cool little aircraft, tiny teeny Corsair in semi-second scale. I do like my semi-second scale stuff, as you've seen lately. I'm able to run with that. And what else? A couple other kits finished. I'm not getting them off the shelf because I might break them. So as always, I'll include little videos on the outside. I built Tamiya's F16. It took like 2 or 3 weeks. And I used those amazing 2 Bobs Cajun aggressor markings, which I absolutely love. The splinter camo and the tail turned out really good. I used the wrong. I put it all together. Used the wrong mouth. I think I put like I can't remember which way around. I think I put the small mouth into the big mouth housing. So at the very end, when the part at the end of the intake, it was a massive gap. So luckily, I used Tamiya cement glue, not liquid cement, but the actual main thick cement. So I didn't weld it, so I could pull it apart, get the other parts, put the correct nose in, correct intake in, and shroud and stuff, and airbrush it back in, and it looks okay. So I managed to avoid that big mistake. I always struggle with Tamiya F16s in 48 scale for some reason. Always do something silly, but anyway, it turned out nice. Excuse me. And yeah, happy with that build. And also been working on the past couple of months, or maybe 3 months now, the Kinetic Prowler EA6B. That's been on my Patreon channel. So if you head over to Patreon, you can see the build series for that one. And that one turned out really well too. An aircraft I love, and I'm really happy how it turned out. The gold tint on the canopy I created, the effect looks spot on for me, and I'm really happy with that build. And yeah, so a lot of builds completed in the past month, but should note they weren't all started in last 30 days. Some, like say the Prowler, started 3 months ago, if not longer now. So busy. That's what I've been working on. Obviously, been out for a week and back at it, and going to start some armor, which we'll talk about in a minute. Now, quick shout out for bench vents. Now, my spray booth, bench vent spray booth, which I absolutely love, but the filters are really expensive. But they got sent an email out. I don't know if you have a bench vent, you saw the marketing email, that if you send like a quick little 30-second video, they'll send you a pack of free filters free of charge, just like showing you like the in action, the booth in action, how it works, how you like it. So that's right down my alley. So I did a quick YouTube short, which I don't think even published. I think it's like unlisted. Of me just showing the air booth. They loved it, and they sent me out 3 new filters, which is bargain. So again, if you saw that email, just do a quick video on your phone of you using it, and you get yourself, I think, like $40 worth of filters. And so I got a nice new clean filter. This weekend I did clean my cave. Also got rid of my plastic 3D printer and create a little bit of space in here. So I had the K1 Max from Creality, and it worked absolutely flawlessly until a few weeks ago. And I started printing again, and it's kept jamming. Like, it would print for like 2 or 3 hours, and then it would just keep nothing. Then you'd come back, check later in the day or next morning, and it'd be going around and no plastic's coming out. It's just stuck. So took the thing apart about 15 times, still didn't work. Ordered a new extrusion part from China, put that in, new tubing, that still did it. So I got frustrated, so I threw it on Facebook Marketplace, and within a few minutes, somebody snapped it up, came around, bought it from me. So I actually bought it on Black Friday last year, if you remember, for a really good price. So I don't think I really lost much money on it, which is amazing. I think less than $100 I lost on it. But it was just too finicky. But my thing was, now in hindsight, it might just be the heat, because I think it printed perfectly fine in the winter, but I think I was printing out here without the AC on and with the lid on, and I think that could be a problem for jamming. So it could be user error, not the printer. So I'll point that out. I was going to test it again with it icy cold and here with the AC on and no lid, but the guy he couldn't wait. He wanted to pick up immediately, so I just sold it on Facebook. So I sold it. Noticed Bamboo Labs had a Father's Day sale on, so I thought, well, maybe I'll buy the Bamboo Labs one, because that seems to be pretty flawless out of the box. But in the end, I thought, I haven't really printed that much. I have my resin printer, which is more for modeling. The plastic stuff, I never really got into. It's kind of cool to have, but for the price, I just saved the money. So I sold the plastic one, I got the resin one, so that meant I got space, so I moved the curing station and UV station from here across there, so it's less cluttered there, and I got this extra space behind me here too. So win-win. So I have the resin printer, the plastic one's gone. Who knows? Doubtful. I might buy that one in the future, but right now, probably doubtful. It was just, it just got to try and take the thing apart, put it back together all the time, and kept jamming. It was too frustrating for me. But I will say the Elegoo Saturn 3 I have works really well, 3 Ultra. But again, I bought the 3 Ultra in New Year, and a couple of weeks ago they released the 4. And the 4 is a huge improvement on the 3 Ultra, a whole different mechanism. The lid, one of my bugbears with it is you have to lift the lid off, which is kind of the pain, whereas a new one, you just kind of tilt it, the lid's attached, it kind of flips. So at the same price as well. So my 3D printing woes, I should have waited a few months to got the 4, but I'm sure within a few months the 5 will be out, then the 6. Technology is moving so quickly. So there we go. So I will kind of quickly flip around to the other side there, and you can kind of see the extra space I have and my nice new clean filter. And back around to me. So there we go. So it's looking less cluttered in here. Still got that 32nd scale Tomcat sat there. Might go back in the attic again. The box is massive, takes up so much room. It's just a small pieces at a time. It's so much work to get that thing to get together and mojo sapping, but one day I will complete that F14 and 32nd scale. So yeah, but moving on, purchases. And I didn't realize this one's coming out, so I snagged this guy, and you've probably seen the review I put up. It's the Hasegawa kit, which Edward's released, Marauder. So it's all been about Marauder on my channel recently. The 48 ICM one was a nice kit, but a little bit fiddly, and obviously quite big. So if you want something a little bit simpler to put together, and you want a Marauder, a great kit, I highly recommend this. This wasn't a bad price at all. I can't remember what I paid, but it has the markings. It has resin wheels, has a mask set, has photo etch, and it makes for a nice sized semi-second scale Marauder. So I purchased that one. And then this will go up probably next week. I did a review of this guy, the A6E Intruder, another new release by Trumpeter. Came out in the US 2 or 3 weeks ago. We also did the A, and I thought it was Kit of the Year. E, spoiler, exactly the same kit, updated version. And with a Quinta Studio set, which isn't very expensive, I think it was like $12, really will make an awesome model. So this is really well detailed, you get a mask set included, and right now this is still probably the A and E running for my kit of the year for this year, 2024. Really good looking kit, and as I mentioned in my video, Trumpeter will bring out the Tram next, and the Prowler, and hopefully the S3 Viking within the next 12 months. So yeah, nice little collection of semi-second scale Navy aircraft from the era. So I've got that guy. And finally, something a little bit different for me. I don't do armor very much, but this kit kind of caught my attention. You see it's still in plastic, I've not opened it yet. And I think I'm going to build this next. And this is the Magic Factory Bradley. And I heard great things about this kit. I think it has some 3D printed parts in there. And there we go. It's a cool looking subject. They have the Ukrainian one or this version. I'm also going to do this version. And, oh, dropping it. I have the Meng Bradley with full interior, but I want to build this one. I like Bradleys. I think they're cool. Bit of armor. And yeah, we'll give this one a go, see how it is. Never built a Magic Factory kit before, but again, it's supposed to be really nice. And there is, I can't remember the, I'll put a link in the show notes where I find it, but there's somebody, a newer YouTube channel, and the guy built this, and he did a really good video, actually. He talked through it, some of the issues, some of the colors he used. He talked to an expert, I think, a modeler who knows about the subject, and really talked through the build of this. And it's a really good video. So if you think about buying or building this one, again, I'll put a link below and give him credit for that, because it's one of the better YouTube videos I've seen recently. So yeah, there we go. There's a Bradley. So that's going to be my next build. Once I feel a little better, I'll get going on that one. And we'll go from there. So short and sweet video again, not feeling the best. Just need to rest up for a few days. But I just want to show you kind of what I'm up to. I'm still here modeling. And hopefully next month will be more of a action-packed, in-depth video. So thank you as always for watching. Have a great summer, and I'll see you next time.